Okay, dear. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So I want to tell you same practice examples that I always give to other students, which is you know Booking.com, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Booking.com is what is the purpose of that website?
You can book online for like rooms and all that, hotels and all that.
There is hotels inside, right? And
Yeah.
there is even houses. Sometimes there is
Yeah.
houses or yeah, furnished houses or something
Airbnb.
like that.
Yeah.
So, and also sometimes you can use it for cars or something like that. So, but
Yeah.
let's talk about hotel. So hotel, in reality, if they want to, when they are trying to design software like Booking, so they have to write some code to do that. So hotels is actually a class. And example of every hotel, they have a rating for the hotel.
Yeah.
They have a number of rooms,
Yeah.
and they have how many stars that hotel is. So if you say
Yeah.
about rating, so this is a rating for the people who attended or who really use that hotel.
Mm.
And the price of every room.
Yeah.
So all this part of the hotel class, because they are trying to bring a real world um, entity into the software. They want to simulate it or present it in the software. So every attribute or everything that is part of the hotel, they have to really
Mm.
code it. They have to write a code for it. So all this will be variables. Okay, but
Mm.
can you
Mm.
imagine with me how many hotels that the Booking.com have in every country? It's tons. So maybe at least for
Yeah.
every country there is maybe 1,000, 2,000 hotels there. And every
Yeah.
city you find 20, 30 hotels. So
Yeah.
if we're talking about we have to get or write variables for every
Mm.
hotel, and we have thousands of thousands. So it means that if we don't find a smart way to represent a hotel properly in the code, we need
Mm.
thousands of programmers, and it's not enough to create all these variables. And there will be a lot of errors there. Okay,
Mm.
but
Mm.
when we use a concept called this object oriented or programming concept, and we use classes to represent things like that, you will find yourself writing only maybe 10, 20, 30 variables that describe the hotel, and you don't need
Yeah.
to repeat that for every hotel. You don't need to repeat that.
Yeah.
So it means that the concept what we're trying to use at the moment will help you to reuse the code and write lesser code. And if you write less
Mm.
code, it means that the chance to actually create bugs and create problems in the software that prevent it from running is becoming more lesser. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is what I just want to pass to you at the moment. Other than that, we will continue and add on every class. So now have
Mm.
a look here. So we would like to actually learn another concept that is very important here, which is a concept that encourages modularity.
Okay.
The more you make your code modular, the
Mm.
more you are able to combine and write projects in a shorter period of time, which is make you more employable by companies. So by
Yeah.
time as a programmer, you will need to build your own libraries. And to do that, you have to
Yeah.
write methods. So what is a method? A method make you organize your code and group a few lines of code and give it a name.
Mm.
So you want to, for example, let us have a look at an example so that we don't. So our target here is to learn how to create a method. Okay, we want to group a few lines of code that do a specific purpose, and we give it a name. So have a look at this code and tell me what it does.
Okay. So it's getting the average of the two numbers.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yes, excellent. Okay, now can you tell me what's the difference between this few lines of code and the second one?
Yeah. The first one has that second line where they get 1 and 2 as integers.
Okay, but do you see that there is a repetitive lines of code here?
Yeah.
This is exactly the same here, right? And same goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Here it's the same. 1, 2, 3, right? So, but why is that? Here, I'm trying to find an average for two numbers. Here, I'm trying to find an average for another two numbers. But the code is the same. But does it make sense that we keep, if we want to find an average for four numbers, that we have to keep writing the code like that? So what if we want to write to get an average for 20 pairs of numbers? So this means that we have to repeat that kind of lines again and again. Does it make sense to you?
No.
Something is strange here. So we need to learn, how to write lesser amount of code. So as we said that we are able to group a few lines of code, we give it a name, and then we are able to recall that group of code many times without rewriting it. So we will learn how. So we call that here methods, but in other programming language, you can hear it as a procedures or functions. It's all serve the same purpose or even the same thing. So now in Java, it's a method. When we go to Python later, it's procedures and functions. So don't get confused. Methods, procedures, and functions is all the same. We are talking about the same thing. So as we said, this is two groups of codes that do serve the same purpose. So have a look here. So if I want to do two averages, if I use a way to group that exact code and call it an average like that. Okay, you see, this is the same code that we looked at before. Okay, which is taking two numbers and printing the average from that two numbers. And we call that, we add, so to define a method that we talked about just now, we have to call it, give it this portion. This portion is fixed. We have to open a curly braces here. We have to close the curly braces like that. And we give the method a name. We choose to give it an average. Are we all able to give it another name? Yes, we are. Whatever name you want to use. You can say AVG and it says instead of average. It's fine. This is your definition. You control it as the way that you want. Okay, so this portion at the moment, it's fixed. I will explain to you later in a later stages how you are able to adjust that to serve another purpose, but at the moment it's fixed. So you have to memorize it exactly the same like that. The curly braces opened, the curly braces closed. So you already tell the Java where to look for your method, how it looks like, what is inside, what need to be executed. So how you call that method. So by defining a method, this is called definition. So this definition does not actually ask Java to run that code. It tells Java that this group of code is called average, but it doesn't ask Java to execute the code inside. So to execute the code, you have to go to your main and write average. Only the name of the method with brackets like that. So when you do that, it will immediately go search Where is the definition of average? It will find it here. It will execute it line by line until it reach here. Finish. Once it finish, it go again to continue the remaining of the code. So here it's just a comment, so it will execute nothing. Then it will see again. Now it is actually calling the same average again. So once it see it like that, it will go search. Where is the definition? It will see it here. It will go execute it line by line. Did I make sense to you?
Yeah.
Can you write that kind of code?
Okay.
So once you reach the stage that you start to execute, I would like you to share your screen. But at the moment, just write it first and then.
Okay. Do you want me to include the top part with the comments?
No
Or
need
just
for the comments. No need for the
okay,
comments.
so-
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Did you manage to run it?
Wait, yeah, okay. Uh, mm,
Try to also share your screen. I prefer to, this is a critical part. I would like to see how you write it.
okay. I wrote it just as you showed on
Okay.
the thing.
Okay. So you write the code here, but you didn't call it. You didn't call it with a method, right? Am I right?
I just wrote it like normal.
Okay, but then the key here is to know how to write a method. Would you like me to share the same page again?
Okay,
Maybe?
sure. Yeah, sure.
Okay, give me a second here. I share it on the WhatsApp and I mean, you have to share your screen because I want to see how you really put that method. The
Yeah,
place
okay.
you put the method is will play a part actually.
Hmm.
Is a method heavy topic on you?
No, it's okay. It's okay. Okay, let me see this. I just don't understand the change, like what the method, like what to do to make, like to use the method,
What to do again? Sorry again.
like what to do to change it, like to use a method, like what method to use.
So okay,
Yeah.
now let me share my screen again and then we talk about it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
which portion, please, that you didn't understand?
Like
This one here,
from
here.
yeah, like how to change it to use a method to change the code.
So again, I just would like you to note one thing. This is our main, and this
Yeah.
is we call this a driver class. So here
Yeah.
you see we have an open curly braces, and we have a
Yeah.
closed curly braces. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is this portion, as we said, that this is the definition. So you have to define. There is two places you actually can define that method. Is under your the closing braces of your main, or even on
Yeah.
top here also is acceptable. So you call this group of lines average, and you are able to call it inside. So at the moment, what you do, you took those, you put them inside here without
Yeah.
putting the word average, because you didn't enclose that code in this kind of encapsulation. You
Yeah.
didn't put them here. The key here is
Yeah.
that that's why I want you to share your screen, and then little bit by little bit we try to look into it. So can you please share your screen?
Okay.
So go down more until I see the curly braces here. Yes, perfect.
Yeah.
So on the line 114, press a few enters.
Yeah.
Come here. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So I want you to, we start here, public. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Right. Public static
Yeah.
void space void. Write the name average.
Okay.
Two brackets and write two curly braces, one open and one closed, two ones opposite to each other, not inside the brackets, outside.
Oh, okay.
Yes, here, yes, and press enter in the middle. Yes, okay. So now this is, first of all, this is how we define a method. Any method that you want to write, this is the exact way of doing so. So you
Right.
put whatever lines inside. This is will belong to the name. You call that average name that you give to the method anywhere in your code here. It will go execute that line. So instead here, we call it average now. We can call it AV only. AVE also can. Any name we can give to the method is up to us. It's our choice. Okay. So now, can you please write here in the middle, print system.out.println. This is the method AVE. Just write like that.
Okay.
Good. So go and inside here now, go here after that lines, right on line 98.
Yeah.
Go write AVE and open two brackets and then put the semicolon after them. Okay, now run.
Oh.
Here the system is S capital.
Okay. Oh, this is from here.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, there you go.
So yes, this is the last one. So you see here, once it see that this is a name with two brackets, so it will understand, Java will understand that this is a method. So it will search outside the main, which is outside here. It will go search. Is there any definition for AVE? Now I want you, before you run, instead of AVE, write AVE1 and try to run.
Yeah, so one.
So what it says, cannot find simple. So it cannot find where is AVE. He says he doesn't see, actually he doesn't tell you the error that is AVE1. It doesn't, because he accepts that you define AVE1 as this is exactly correct. But the problem is that you are trying to call AVE and this doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So now copy that code and remove that line and put them inside here.
Okay, so put that in.
Yes. Actually, I expect you to.
Well.
So yes, correct. Yes, and also another one, comment that line of code. This lines above here, comment it, because we don't need them anymore.
Oh yeah. Okay. What is this again?
You put extra S.
Yeah.
So you see, the only code that it got executed for you here is AVE. Now I want you to copy that and put another line of AVE here under it here. Yes. Yes, and put semicolon. Yes.
Okay.
Now try to run.
Oh. It repeats the code.
It repeats the code just only by one line here. We make the magic of calling this mini. Add one more line, copy that, add one more.
Yeah.
So we call it 3 times. Now I saved how many times now? I saved, if I want to do 3 averages for 6 numbers, I saved a lot of lines here. I just define it one time. I call it two or 3 times as I wish, right?
Yeah.
I didn't have to write many variables of num1 and num2. It's only one time. Did you notice the beauty here?
Yeah.
So the more you create of methods, the more you are able to write a faster, to finish the code and your project in a shorter amount of time. And you are not able to do that from the first moment that you start writing code. So the first project will definitely be the most difficult to you. You create more methods, okay, and you make your code clean like that. Then the second project will be shorter and shorter and more efficient, and so on. Okay, did I make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I still want you to do one exercise. So close this until I share with you what is the exercise. The point here that if you are not giving exercises, the thing will never stick to your mind. So actually, just to be frank, what we learn now, I teach other students in maybe 6 or 7 classes, but you have a higher ability to grab information. But this does not apply to the practice. As fast as we go, I still have to push you hard on the practice, or else the theories is okay in your mind, but you want to do practice, you cannot put the theory in real programming. So now, see, this is an exercise that you're going to have here, and this exercise say that you have that kind of code, okay? The purpose here is that we have to define, so if you are printing 4 plus 8, you have to write that in text, and then you have to concatenate the text with variables that carry 4 plus 8. So this is an addition. So you say 4 plus 8, and then you concatenate the variables that carry the addition. So you have to create a variable, define a variable that have the result of 4 plus 8, and so on. And the same goes here, and the same goes here and here. So here you say 9, you have to write text called 9 minus 33. So this is only this is an easy actually exercise. But even if we don't do it now, you have to do it as a homework. So this is the description of exactly what you need to do. Okay, so this is create variables to store each of these unique values and replace the numbers with hard-coded, that is currently hard-coded, with their variable counterparts using variables. And you have to write strings that represent that numbers and concatenate it with the variables. Okay, so we are giving you here an example code. Okay, so this is an example code how they do this concatenation here like that, and then they say number, and then 1 here, and then so the number 1 here will be printed as a text at the end on the screen, So look at
Yeah.
this, and you do the exercise like I told you here. Okay.
Okay.
So that is part of your homework. And then now let me go to the second exercise. This is slightly trickier, but again, this is called grade assignments. Look at the output that we expect out from you here. So you give the grade, and then you get the total points as 95. Okay. The average score is still 95. Why? Because you are dividing by 1. It's only one grade that is given.
Yeah.
Now, when you add another grade, you add it to the 95. So the total points, you add 95 by 73, you get 168. And when you divide, you add this 2, you get the average is 84. You add another grade, the points will increase, the average will be different, and so on. You are given this kind of local variables that you will start with. They are zeros at the moment. Okay. So you have to use them in your code, and the description here describe actually what you need to do. Okay. And there is an example. Yes, there is an example. So they give you an example here, but with the tickets. So this is a working example. So if you have one ticket, the total sales is 5.5. If you have 2 tickets, the total sales is 5.5 times 2. You see here? So it would result into 11. If you have 3 tickets, it means that you add more to the sales. So the total sales increase by what? 11 plus 5.5 equal what? It's 16.5. Am I right?
Yeah.
And that is the code that actually do exactly this. And if you understand this, you are able to do that example of the grades. It's the same concept. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you find it difficult?
No.
Really? Sure.
Yeah.
So I will print that, and I will pass that exercise to you, and see you next class.
Okay.
Let me know. Do you have any question to me for me before I close?
No.
So can you rate your grabbing of information that I'm explaining to you? Out of 100, so you managed to grab over 80 or 90% of what I said?
Yeah.
80 or 90?
85.
Okay. So what was the most difficult part that we explained today?
At first, I didn't understand the methods, but now it's
okay. What about the classes? Did you understand anything from what I said about the classes?
Yeah, can understand.
Okay. So the more you are honest with me, the more I'm able to improve and adjust the way I teach you. So don't be shy to tell me, oh, I don't understand. You don't explain it properly. That's how I can help you. I push you forward. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Take care.
Okay, you too.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.